Desperate. They just put an eviction notice outside of my door. I got a 1-year-old son and a wife. We can't be homeless. It's time to get up. I need a job. This was my story. In this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what to do if you're desperate for a job and need to get hired fast, and what I did to go from getting an eviction notice on my front door to actually landing my dream job at a time I needed it the most. So what worked for me? Creating a shadow network. You've probably never heard of this term, so I'm gonna share the definition on the screen. A shadow network is a network of acquaintances from your past or a group of people who you've never met but are just one degree of separation from. So you might say friends of friends. For example, I'm gonna show you the exact message I sent over to someone in my shadow network that landed me my dream job. So check it out really quickly. Now, you're probably thinking, Dwayne, I don't have a shadow network. What is this thing? How do you create this? I don't really have friends with cool jobs and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. In this video, you're gonna learn 3 steps to creating a shadow network and using it to land your dream job quickly. This stuff actually works. And even if you're one of the people who say you have absolutely zero connections, no friends, no old friends with friends, and you have zero connection to anybody on planet Earth, I have a bonus template that I'm going to share with you that works to getting hired even without any connections at all. So let's stick around. So let's start off with step number 1, discover your hidden network. If you're watching this video, this means you're using social media. So go through and look at your Instagram profile, your Facebook profile, and your LinkedIn, TikTok, any other social media profiles you have. And we're gonna comb through and select at least 30, but up to 100 names of people who you would assume have at least a decent job. That's step number 1. Okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a spreadsheet. You can do this for free, it doesn't cost any money. You can use Google Sheets or whatever you like to use, and just create some easy columns. You'll create a column number 1 with names, right? Column number 2 with the links to their profile. Simple as that. That way, after you've come up with this list, you can go back to their profile really quickly with just clicking the link. Just do those 2 things. Copy their name and then copy the link next to their name. Sencillo is what they say in Spanish. After you've got this list of 30 to 100 people, this is just the early part of creating your shadow network. Step 2, creating your shortlist. This is where you look and do inventory of all the jobs you'd actually be willing to do. So for me, it was simple. I listed out 5 jobs that I could actually do. I put down account manager, which is a sales position in tech sales. I also put down social media and a few other things, but for you, it may be something completely different. What are 5 jobs that you would be willing to do or that you would like to have? Put those 5 things down. These ought to be jobs that you think you could actually do if you were given the opportunity. After you've got those list of 5 or so things, then you want to take that short list of jobs and compare that to the list of 30 to 100 names you did in step 1 and see if there's anybody off the bat who already has one of these types of jobs. So if you have LinkedIn, this is super easy because it tells you the jobs that everyone has, right? So that's what worked for me. I messaged someone that was a friend of my younger cousin, and I was like, wow, she's already doing this job. Let me shoot her a quick message. And you can see the message here again. At this message and using this strategy landed me the job. In fact, I'm still at this company today, except now I'm a VP. I started off as an entry-level position. Now I'm an executive leading a team of around 100 people, all because of what I discovered using the shadow network. And I've seen it work for so many other people. So now, if you're on LinkedIn, great. This is super easy for you. If you're not on LinkedIn, create a LinkedIn and start using it. But I still have an option for you if you don't have a big presence on LinkedIn yet. What I've done is I've created a template that you can use to send on any platform. Doesn't need to be LinkedIn, could be Instagram, could be TikTok, could be, any sort of social media platform that allows you to send direct messages. So I'll show you the template on the screen. It says this: hey name, I randomly came across your page today and was curious. What is it that you do for work? I'm in sort of a career building stage in my life right now. Currently, I'm learning the ins and outs of jobs in the tech space. Curious to know what it is that you do. Do you like it? Do you have any recommendations as far as career tips or anything? Is that a weird question? If so, no pressure to answer. I'm not gonna be offended if you say no. Anyway, get back to me when you can. If you send this message, by the way, if you don't like my template, I can just tell you, 1, it works. 2, edit it and make it your own. That's fine. But send this out to people in your shadow network. It's fine. If you've never met them, it does not matter. When I sent my message, it had been over a decade since I had seen this friend of my cousin. And if I ever had a conversation longer than 2 minutes with her in my entire life before this moment, I would be utterly shocked. But I sent a message, which you guys could see, really, really casual, and it worked. Send this message. Like, if you want a job, if you're committed to your career, you cannot let pride get in your way. You're not here begging someone for something, but you gotta be open to networking and using a shadow network. Fine, these are people you haven't spoken to in years. So what, bro? Who cares? Get over yourself and get a job. This works. It may not be like that, but anyways, you guys kind of get my point. Use this template and send it out. Social media like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, you name it. This will get you a job, or this will at least get you a conversation. So Dwayne, what do I do when they respond to this? Like, what do I do when they respond? I already have what to do when they respond to this message. Because if you're talking to somebody who's at least a decent person, most people will at least respond. And when they respond to you, here's what you can say back to them. You ask them, would you be open to a quick chat? I just want to ask you a couple questions, and offer them like a coffee in exchange or something. You have like 7 minutes for a quick talk. I'll send you some coffee for your time. I appreciate it. You jump on a call with them. You buy them a coffee, right? You got to take that $5 to $10 on the chin. It will be worth it, right? If you do this enough times, this will work. This is proven. Spare the $5 to $10, spend the money, get them a coffee gift card, and talk to them on the phone. And on the phone, you're gonna ask them some questions you have about these jobs that you want or that you're willing to do. You're gonna ask them, hey, what does your company look for in these type of roles? What is it that you actually do all day? Like, ask them real curious questions. And at the end of the conversation, after you've learned some things and gathered some information, you ask them this question. Hey, based on this conversation, would you be open to referring me for a position at your company? And you shut up. Don't say anything more or anything less than that. You shut up and you listen. And they'll say this. Yeah, of course, man, no problem. I'll do that. Send me your resume. Or they'll say this. Ah, man, unfortunately, we're not really hiring right now, but I'll definitely keep you in mind. And that's fine too. Every company's not hiring. So what you do at that point, if they say my company's not hiring, okay, hey, thanks, man, I really appreciate that. Do you know of any other sort of companies that could be hiring for a role like this? And you just listen. They either say yes, they do, or they say no, I don't, and that's fine. If they say yes, they do, great. What's the name of them? Would you feel comfortable like helping me get in touch with someone over there? That's it, guys. If you're committed to building your career, if you're committed to getting into a better situation in your life, you've got to be willing to ask certain questions. You got to be willing to get over your own pride and build your network. People often say, I don't know how much I subscribe to this completely, but your network is your net worth, right? So what are you doing to cultivate your network? So this is something that works for me, and I think it can absolutely work for you. Right now, if you're applying for jobs online, you've noticed there's already hundreds and hundreds of applicants for jobs when you go to apply. When you apply, you're just joining a pile. You're literally being filtered out, which is crazy. You're joining a pile this big and you're getting lost in the pile of applications. If you don't want to get lost in the pile, the best thing you could do is never join it. If you see a long line wrapping around the corner, the best thing you could do is get one of those skip the line passes. This method skips the line. If you can get someone to refer you, you don't have to wait and pray that a recruiter finds your application and likes it and decides to call you. If someone who works there refers you, you skip the line. And this is me. I actually do 5 to 8 interviews every single week at my company, and the people who are referred get moved to the front of the line. Because if they're an employee at my company and they refer someone else, yeah, we're gonna be much more likely to take a look at those candidates first. So yes, understand, every person you talk to has a huge incentive to refer you. Most companies pay their employees big money to refer them. So understand, by someone referring you to a job, they're probably making some money. I know at my company, we pay thousands of dollars for referral bonuses. So if one of the people on my team refer one of their friends, they make money. They make a lot of money. So understand, don't be shy about this. Get over yourself and get your dream job. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Dwayne. I'll catch you guys in one of my next videos. See ya.